Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the Rip Berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos.
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and off-break curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at theGrandSlamOfCurling.com. Let's rock!
When we get to 18, we lose all our kids. Good afternoon and welcome to day number 2 and draw number 5 of the 2025 Saville Grand Prix. Jim Nix with Roy McCusker bringing you action today between Shinya Abe and Evan van Amsterdam. Could be a battle for first place, I think. Roy, you probably hadn't had a chance to look at it, but it looks to me like if Van Amsterdam can win this game, he may be able to put a claim in to finish in first in their round. So, big game.
Oh, where am I here? Oh, there we are. Sorry, Jim.
It's
I'm
all right.
also operating our cameras here, and I got confused for a second as to where they're pointed. These are two fun teams. I'm excited for this game for two totally different reasons. Van Amsterdam, I got to know him doing Alberta Provincials. Curling Stadium does the Alberta Provincial Championship, so I got to know the Alberta teams very well. And yeah, just a well-coached, really they know what their identity is, they know what they're good at, they know what their game plan is. Van Amsterdam, very fun team to watch play. And then Shinya Abe, you could call him like the fun uncle of Japanese curling. He's been at it before it was cool.
Yeah.
I think about 15 years ago, we saw the Japanese teams really take off. Maybe really specifically, like 8 or 9 years ago, we saw a ton of teams start coming out of Japan. Yeah, Shinya's been doing it longer than that. He's been with that program for a long time. He's given a lot to the game. He coaches a ton of youth athletes. Yeah, a lot of respect for Mr. Abe. So yeah, Jim, pretty excited for this match today.
Yeah, should be good. Starts off with a pretty nice shot here by Leadstone Parker. How would you say that? Do you know that, Roy? Khonshu?
I'd be sounding out just like you, Jim. I don't really know.
All right, we'll go with that, Khonshu. Looks like they have more letters than they need for that last name, but anyway. My whole last name is only 3 letters anyway, so I can't really count.
That's a Yellowhead Highway last name. That's that's the pierogi belts.
Okay.
The banners up at the curling clubs and all across from Winnipeg right through Edmonton, Saskatoon. A lot of many-syllabled last names.
Very good. So, just barely didn't quite get that out, actually. So, we've got trying to figure out hammer here. Looks like Van Amsterdam does have hammer in the first end. Or maybe not. Maybe I got that back. Yeah, no, yellow rocks. So this is red, actually. So Abe had.
Yeah, partially I have the colors wrong.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Momentarily.
That's okay. Van Amsterdam does have last rock here in the first half. Regardless of what the colors are, we'll get that cleaned up. For those of you joining us today, you'll be able to see it here shortly in the right way. As your YouTube works better than mine, you'll be laughing.
Anyone who knows curling stadium production takes us sometimes an end or two. The reality is these teams, there's not enough volunteers, there's not enough systems to bug them to enter this stuff. I'm on sheet 4 and I'm throwing red rocks. It just kind of, until they take the ice, Jim, do their practice and get things rolling, we just don't know. So it takes us a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm sure. Audience forgives us.
So Van Amsterdam, just a little more on Van Amsterdam, Rory. So they look pretty young. They must be like a U25 team. They're probably at a junior, but they look a little older than that, but maybe U25 or something like that. Would that sound about right for that team? He's busy fixing that rock thing up. So Abe now looking to hit and stay. They might roll out again if they can get it over, and I think he's going to hang on. Maybe not. So opens up for Van Amsterdam. Now he can come around the center guard. I know he has hammer, but sometimes it doesn't matter. You just got to go where you can go. The Abe team does have Tetsuro Shimizu throws the 4 stones, I think. Or I think I might have went through this yesterday. We'll check it out when we know in a minute. That's what it's on the site as, but I'm not so sure if that's actually correct. So second stone, Jason Gintel for Van Amsterdam. Got to curl a mile. We know it finishes. We've seen it all weekend now. All weekend being just yesterday, I guess. Really seems like a weekend. 3 draws yesterday and a little short-handed this weekend. So even if you didn't want to do many games, you ended up doing many games. So, but we like to have a commentator. We don't like to just have the visual component. It's much more fun to watch. I find it more fun to watch when somebody's commentating.
Yeah, even if you think they're just totally off their rocker, Jim.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's still fun to kind of like armchair skip and bounce ideas back and forth. That's what makes curling fun.
Yep.
It is a pretty slow game, not a lot of physical action. It's much more of a thinky game, so it would make sense. Commentary lends itself very well to curling, for sure. Really cool jerseys, the Abe team. Loving these.
Yeah, it's got a neat tone on the backside of it.
Yeah.
The underneath of it, I guess. It's got to work hard to get this by. They might sneak. Oh, and they didn't. Not
classic first end jump. Sometimes when you throw your first downweight hit, you're in a bit of a thinner path, like closer to the center line, I should say, than the draw path. So you'll sometimes catch some fresh pebble. Always difficult to throw downweight in the first few ends.
Yeah, and actually, I agree with you, but it's also, you'd expect these teams to be a little bit aware and maybe not play it quite so fine. So give yourself a little bit of room. Good lesson for anybody out there that's playing a little bit, getting maybe into the whole competitive scene and everything, to be careful in that first game. You don't need to be that fine yet.
I just zoomed in my camera to get a better look. This is Jeremy Hardy on the Van Amsterdam team. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think that's a new addition. Or was he on there last year? Because he was playing with Sluchinski before Sluchinski went to Prix. So I wonder if this is year 1, year 2 of Jeremy Hardy on the team.
If you get that, be sure to let us know, because my chat hasn't worked for 2 days for some reason.
Oh, no. Maybe you know what I bet it is, Jim, is that you aren't signed in on YouTube, because Curling Zone will only show the chat to subscribers.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought I was subscribed before, and I am subscribed to YouTube or whatever as a general. But so I went in and I thought, well, I'm going to subscribe again. And then when I got to the point of passwords or whatever, I wasn't sure if I was subscribing to Curling Zone or to YouTube or to Google again. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to do anything. I just skipped it, and I will go back and try it again. They're working hard on this. This may not get anything, or it does get. Well, you got one of them out.
Yeah, sorry, kind of a late camera switch there, Jim. I think you got it really thin, punched the second one. I didn't exactly see how those rocks all exploded.
Yeah, he just barely touched the one on the outside, and then got just the backside of the other one. So, good opportunity, though, for Van Amsterdam here.
One rock ahead of myself here.
Yeah.
Indeed, Van Amsterdam with hammer.
Keeping me on my toes, I must say. because I do look at that stuff all the time. I'm starting to cheat and count on you guys a lot, Rory. Holy cow.
Well, I'll give you some insider information here. So for the Grand Slam of Curling on Sportsnet, I do work in the production truck, and my main job is the scoreboard.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
The term is the bug, the little creature that lives on the bottom. And it is incredible, the data, when people watch television, how often they look at that little scoreboard.
Oh, is that right?
Even when it hasn't changed, baseball, hockey, doesn't matter what sport, your eye is just naturally drawn to that scoreboard. So it ends up being a very important reference point as you're watching. And I have noticed when we do games where I keep track of rocks, those games score higher on the ratings and the views. So that is an important little part of it.
I'm actually not surprised by that, because I know watching, like you said, watching other sports sometimes where maybe you're changing the channel, you put it on, the score's not anywhere for all of about probably 10 seconds, and you're like, where's the score? What's going on?
Yeah, it bugs you.
Yeah, and as you say that now, I find that I do, maybe because of you saying it, but I do look down at the score, at the rock situation quite more frequently than I would have thought. But so we've got Tetsuro Shimizu here is throwing his first rock for the Abe team.
Also, very experienced player.
And a very good shot coming here, I think, if he doesn't roll too far.
Oh, how good is that for the first end?
Yeah, very good. And Van Amsterdam saw
almost good enough.
The Abe team. We're going to have another look at this.
Nope, that was unfortunately just clicked the wrong button, Jim.
Okay, all right. It's okay. Just we saw their shot played here a few minutes ago by the Abe team, and where they crashed the guard. So Evan Van Amsterdam should have a pretty good idea that this will stab a little bit, so be a little careful.
Evan has got some serious flow going, some good hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be a playoff team at Alberta Boston Pizza Cup this year, a men's and women's event combined. That's the first year, maybe not ever, but definitely the first in a few years. Really excited for that event. Alberta Provincials are always a great time. Well sponsored, well organized. Curling Alberta does a fantastic job putting on those events. So a joint event should be a very, very good time. It'll come in early January.
Yeah, and where will they play that this year?
Okotoks, Alberta. Okotoks. A well-storied curling community. A lot of tournaments have been held in Okotoks.
Yeah, I see that name a lot. Very nice shot there for Van Amsterdam. Just nice control weight. Did roll a little bit further open, so he's opened up a decent opportunity here for Shimizu to make the little hit and flop. And going to be hard to put it. Ideally, he'd probably like to split the center line maybe, or very close, just so that little two-rock run back with the Reds was a little bit more difficult. But for now, get some kind of a roll for starters and try to force Van Amsterdam to do a little tougher shot than just doing it. But he's not going to throw a ton of weight on this, looking for this roll. He almost had the perfect roll on his last shot. Now, so he must be pretty close to making this roll. He's really close to making this roll. And this should be really good. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, it does line up quite nice. So he's maybe not going to play that anyway. He's going to go right after it, so I'm counting on it breaking better than I thought it might. So.
Yeah, I'm interested by this as well, Jim. Red run is also for 2, and looks pretty natural, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And Amsterdam would have a very good grasp of the conditions here at the Saville Center, so I'm sure the shot is there if they're playing it.
Yeah. Probably roll another couple inches. He may not have played this, but I don't think I've ever done a game with Van Amsterdam's before, so 2 years. This one's going to have to curl a fair bit from here to be able to stay. I don't know that he's going to get enough to hang around, and he's not going to have enough to get it out even, and Abe will steal one here in the first end against Edmonton and Amsterdam. Take a 1-0 lead, and we'll be back to the Saville Center right after this.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos.
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made, your way.
So we're back for end number 2. Early game action here in round number 5. The Saville Grand Prix, as we mentioned, we are at the Saville Community Sports Complex here in Edmonton. Amazing sports complex with 10 curling sheets, many other sports. It's just, I haven't been to it. I just know from looking at it, talking about it, reading a little bit about it, that it's pretty impressive facility, but for sure right on the grounds of the University of Alberta.
Yeah, it's a very Alberta facility. Just everything in one, no expense spared. Massive concrete rooms with racket sports, field sports, ice sports, everything you could imagine, all in one place.
Yeah. A lot of curling teams play out of here. You'll see, and the ones that don't play out of here, most of the competitive teams at some point are here practicing or getting ready for the season, because they do have not year-round ice, but they have pretty about as close as you're going to get.
Yep, most definitely.
Yeah. So a very nice corner guard come-around setup for Team Amsterdam here. Lead zone Parker Konshu. Great job with that.
Yeah, a little game within the game there, Jim. The lead battle, Van Amsterdam distinctly won.
Yeah.
So here, I'll wait till we switch cameras here before going into more detail about that. So we had 2 leads. This is my favorite kind of end when both lead stones have nothing to do with each other. They're both doing something completely different. So you see red is laying corner guards and coming around those, and you see yellow is laying center guards and coming around those. So center guard, kind of deep, not ideal. Draw around the center, or if that was the first one, very deep, not ideal. Whereas the corner guards, both in perfect positioning. So this end's going to start off right away, especially with that little chip and roll off, in a distinct advantage for Team Amsterdam. That's going to dictate the next few stones at least.
For sure. Sato not super happy with that one. He just a smidge on the heavy side, but pretty nice effort. But unfortunately, it does give Van Amsterdam a chance to make a play on the stone, and then he does it right. He might end up right behind the other one, right behind the other corner. I don't know that he'll roll to the center. Looks like they're trying to bend it in here so he doesn't roll center, and he's going to come real close. Nice effort, just needed to curl another couple inches and he would have been number 2, number 3 buried behind that corner. So as it is, partially open, certainly accessible, might be tough to get them both. Well, it will be tough to get them both. But second stone again, Hayato Sato.
Second chase around the corner here. This is where things can get sticky without hammer.
Curling enough, he'll get rid of one, but he's probably going to roll open. He will leave the red. It's hard to say, number 2 or number 3 right now, but definitely a nice rock placement for Van Amsterdam. Gonna try to make this and roll a little bit behind the center guard. And just the opposite of the situation that Rory just mentioned. Sometimes going around the center guard when you don't have hammers doesn't work out so well either, but doesn't really have too much choice here. He just needs to keep this high enough that Abe can't come around and take the whole end away. Try to bend this one in. Gonna hit it. I don't think he's going to stay, and he might make the double, though. No, not quite. We hang around. No, not quite. Even if that had just hung around by an inch, would have been a good, not bad situation for Van Amsterdam. He would have been able to maybe bring that into play later in the end. These two are pretty
100%.
close.
But the worst of both worlds there, Jim, where you both didn't move the back yellow, whether you got the double or not, and you didn't keep your shooter, so
yeah,
didn't get either kind of bonus result out of that. All they did was remove the yellow stone, so not a great trade for Team Amsterdam. Still looking decent. He's red.
Yeah. Well, he's still got the corner. He's still got the one behind the corner, and just has to be good in the next couple of shots, trying to keep these rocks in the right place, coming around the center guard. Shinya Abe, as we said, he does call the game. It is his team. He is the skip, but he throws the third stones. So must be pretty close on weight. The guys are just trying to get it to bend a little bit. Coming in now, it really will. We'll walk right over here from there in. That's very nicely done. Very good shot. And Amsterdam, he's going to go after it. I thought he might run that front one. I know he's still got 4 rocks to come. I'm not so sure. I'm not going to just kind of try to run that yellow back into it, get it off, get it out of the way, and maybe roll to the corner, set something up a little bit more. But a little bit of tidbit of information here for at this point in the Bonspiel. I just happened to look at the teams that were all undefeated, and it looks like there's still 7 undefeated teams left in the Bonspiel, having played 2 games or 3 games. Only one of those teams is actually from Canada.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. Working hard, needs to bend this one in. Looks like he's going to get there. Probably going to just roll in the open. That's the only problem with that shot that I saw, was I figured he's really hard not to just roll right to there.
Well, even if you show half of that stone, that double's still there. Like, it's you're cutting a razor thin margin between setting something up for your opponent and getting a good position yourself.
So I'll be having a look at this. He first looked at the double, and the double, depending on which camera you look at, it looks like it's pretty simple. it could be a bit of a challenge to avoid the rocks at the back, but I think it goes pretty easily. You might catch the back yellow one, but
well, it's jamming on something, whether it's the yellow in the 8-foot or the yellow in the 12-foot, and whether it's kind of splitting off or whether it's jamming straight. That is what you have to manage for sure. So this looks like a soft weight ice.
Yeah, so it is possible he's just going to play the hit and flop in behind the guard.
You really only need to remove the inside red in order to lie to. As long as you poke that second red in the 8-foot, you're going to lie to. And that's all you're really throwing the double to do anyway. So
I think it's fairly easy to miss the yellow in the 8-foot, just hard to miss the back one. So here we go anyway. I don't know what now. Now this is lighter than I thought, so they may be going inside. They're going to have to work hard to make sure it doesn't roll too far, and it will definitely get over there.
They do remove the red.
Yep.
I guess they did settle on the hit and roll behind the center guard.
Yeah. Yeah, just probably, I don't know, just a little bit gentle for that ice, or just a little bit shy on the amount of ice he would need for that shot, which probably the latter is probably be the case. So then Amsterdam here with a chance to hit and stay for 2. I don't know if he has to touch the yellow one or not, so we might get the sense of which one's closer just by how he plays this shot. A lot of yellow ones back there for this rock to hit, though. Wow, this goes hard. This one's going to be hard-pressed to hang around as well. And it will find its way almost out, or will it get out?
Yeah, wow. A little biter, but...
Yeah.
The team's kind of struggling to adjust to the pretty good swing that these soft weight hits have been having.
Yeah, that's a lot of half shots in a row there. So, Shimizu, Tetsuro Shimizu, Mizu. Boy, it's brutal. I usually.
Dude, I think you're close enough.
Okay, good.
And you know what? Here's what I always say on the streams, Jim. Like, if I've never heard you say it, how am I supposed to know how to say it? So, I don't think we need to apologize.
All right.
Really unique kind of delivery out of the hack.
You know what? Exactly. I was just thinking the same. I saw him play the other day when we did his game, and I thought the same thing. He just has a bit of a body twist or something there that I think if you were working with it, you'd try to get rid of that right off the get-go, but this one's going to be on the guard.
He's got a bit of a twist. His legs are dead straight, and his butt and back are way up in the air. It's an interesting one for sure.
Really, just a real, not a very good shot at all. Red now with a chance to sit 3 here.
Yeah, and you know what? When Hardy just barely kept that stone in the rings, I thought to myself, well, that's never going to matter unless Team Abe just completely misses the rings on their next one. Well, guess what happened?
Yeah, that was really, really not close.
Surprising, because we saw 2 perfect shots from him in the first end.
Yeah. Our viewers probably get a little tired of hearing us talk about length of games and all that kind of stuff, but I just at this level, I just feel like you shouldn't need a 4-person conversation in the second end of a game like this. I just have 4 people basically in the house. It just doesn't. I just don't get it sometimes. So really, he's got 2 options, and pretty much has. If that yellow one's even number 2, you pretty much have to move that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot myself, Jim. You and I have not shied away from, observing what we're observing, which is teams are definitely in talkative moods these days. They want to talk about things. They want to take their time with all this stuff. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, Jim. Do you think the dynamics of a team have changed so much? Everyone is participating so much. Everyone has jobs. There's so much communication, even between front end and back end. I think back in the day, it was more so just everyone shut up and listen to the skip.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a good thing we've gotten away from that. Like every player has a voice on a team, and people divvy up jobs. But I think one of the costs of that, Jim, is now everybody has a say in what's to be done and how we're to do it, and that slows the game down.
Yeah, for sure. And Amsterdam going at this rock differently than I would have expected him to go, but he's going to remove that. I don't know if he'll touch the yellow. He will not. Sit right on it. That's a pretty good spot too.
Is it ever? Because now you are daring Team Abe to draw behind the centers and put a massive score on the line. It's a really good result. I personally would have just taken the double, got rid of the 2, sat 3. But the way that Van Amsterdam made that shot has actually increased their potential at a big score.
Yeah. Abe, contrary to the last shot by Van Amsterdam, these guys aren't taking very long to call this one, which is interesting because this one's a delicate one. This is a big shot, big shot.
Oh, okay, just freeze tap. That's what the ice is, hey?
Yeah, around on the corner one.
Jeez, I just got to say, you know, as a last rock thrower, this is not what you want to be looking at. This is not ideal. This is not what you start the end thinking, okay, yeah, I'll just make like a inside out, crossing the center line, you know, corner guard freeze tap to save the end. That's not what goes through your head.
In the second end, too, when they probably haven't had a lot of rocks go down this path, so...
No, and in practice, this would be a neglected path too.
Exactly.
It's a scary, scary shot.
Line's pretty good if the weight's good. So sweepers are going real hard. They need to kind of hold that line. They need to at least get to the inside of that. Not going to get there.
I think their second shot, Jim.
Yep, looks like it.
So that helps.
It does, for sure. I didn't think he was going to get second there, but...
Geez, just a little poke. Hey, man, is the tap for 3 tempting. If you could ever follow Team Abe down that path with like back 8 weight, maybe just punch that yellow just a foot or so.
Yeah.
That's a score of 3. Or you take a wide open draw for 2. It's a tough choice.
Yeah. I don't think there's much decision. I think you got to play for the 3. You don't get a lot of opportunities at 3, and this is really pretty much a draw. I mean, it's just got to, like you say, you just got to tap. You really don't even have to, just have to move it like 2 inches if it's the right direction, and you're going to score 3, so why not give it a go? Looks like Van Amsterdam's going to do that. He's going to throw a little more than draw weight, but not very much probably, so. If you can throw this weight that you stay around anyways, you should be okay.
And you know what? From I just gave a Skip's perspective. From the front end perspective, you're standing down there with the hammer and the hack, and you're thinking, "Come on, Skipper, let's make a play on this. Let's go for 3."
Yeah.
Because you know it involves the sweepers a lot more too. Good team shot.
So Evan Van Amsterdam with a chance at 3 here in end number 2.
Such a tall guy, Jim. I had to readjust my camera preset to keep him in frame.
Oh, boy. He used to be right there on the center line, pretty much where he is. Set it back out maybe a tiny little bit, but working hard to move it. You better hope it's just draw weight because it may not make contact, and I don't know.
He threw it more like a hack weight hit than he did a heavy draw, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked by the broom he put down there like he obviously had 6, whatever the width of the button is, more ice than they had when they threw it there. So anyway, they are going to measure this. It might turn out that it was unnecessary anyway to get 2, but it's definitely not going to be 3.
Looks red all day. This looks like a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, certainly from here looks like yellow's got half a rock in the 8 foot, and red's got 2/3 of a rock in the 8 foot. So
All right. Well, may as well show off the cameras if we're sticking around for this one.
Yeah.
All right.
You could actually see the dial on that and everything. That was impressive.
Well, let's see if we make it back in time.
Come back, yeah.
And oh, it touched the dial. It touched the dial. Closer than I thought. One for red.
One red.
Or red was closer. What do we want to say there?
On that measure?
Yeah.
Okay. So so you're thinking 1 Van Amsterdam?
That's what I think, Jim. You can blame me if I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right. So we're going to give you that, and we will go to end number 3 with a 1-1 tie. We'll be back right after the break.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
So we're back for end number 3. A tight affair here. One Van Amsterdam got 2 in the last end. Take a 2-1 lead here.
How'd they score? Oh yeah, because the back. Yeah.
Yeah, they were sitting 1. Or they had 1 guaranteed, and then we weren't sure about the second one, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they were chipping for 3, but I had to think
told you. I told you could blame me, Jim, and I meant it.
Yeah, but I was not. I was hedging. I was on one side. I was betting 5 cents on each side, so
I got you.
Couldn't really remember exactly what the situation was, but anyways, we do have Van Amsterdam up 2-1 now, and Abe with hammer here in end number 3. And going right after it, same guard, and with the same setup we had a couple of ends ago, more or less. I like that rock. That's a pretty nice spot.
Yeah, we were talking about lead battles. I think Abe won this lead battle. A little nicer looking setup.
Yep. So it looks like we're playing a come around, just tap the yellow, sort of the same shot you just missed going the other way almost. Same idea, probably looking at back 8 foot or something like that, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Second stone, Jason Gintel. Try to work this one over, and now they're going to hold it straight. See. This is going to be a very nice rock. They might have enough weight to get it right out, which would be
Oh, there we go.
Super well done. Very well done.
That's the dream, and that's a tough shot. That's a shot that's often missed. The fifth rock of the end, without hammer. You don't really know what to do with that one because the leads have traded their stones. You can't peel yet, so you got to either double down the middle or chase. And as far as a around the corner guard chase goes, that was very nice.
Yeah, and it's a hard shot to just sort of have a cut and paste direction on, if you will, because it makes so much difference as to how far the guard out and exactly how much is covered, and it's just there's just a lot of variables for what sounds like the same shot over and over again. So a couple of reds will go. And one in the 8-foot.
Yeah, you get that a little thicker, roll your shooter for a second corner. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But now this is looking a little forcey, unless Team Abe can draw play over behind that corner, right as Van Amsterdam signals it. Now, if they make the shot right where he put his broom, it's great. Cuts off the drop path. The risk with these is if you miss light or heavy, it helps the opponent.
Yeah. Going to come around, trying to be, as Rory says, kind of in that perfect spot. You're not light and not heavy. This might be just a little tiny bit heavy. Maybe heavy enough to be a bit of a problem, but it's not too bad. Get a little bump of about 4 or 5 inches here if you're Abe and get the line with that, then that might be in a really good spot for you.
Yeah, it came a little deep. That's what I'm saying. Unless you put it exactly where Evan tapped his broom, it's not that great of a result. But, you're trying to force. You got to spread your rocks out. Not much choice. This one's got to go. They've been heavy on this one from when he let it go, Jim.
Yeah. And going to come up a little short.
It's not the worst. Can't really remove it.
No, and what do you do now if you're Van Amsterdam? Just go to the other side. That rock might come into play for Abe at some point, but like you say, it's not very easy to remove, and playing shots that are different than you would expect to be playing here.
See, this is what I was talking about when I said at the start of the game, Team Amsterdam has this really distinct identity. They didn't even look at peeling that top one. They all know in this situation, we're already lying 2. We want to lie 3.
Yeah.
If there's a way to get rid of that yellow in the process, great. But you can see the focus is completely on where can we put our third counter that's going to be in the best spot. So a team that's really on the same page, they clearly studied the game together. And yeah, I think that's why they're so fun to watch.
So looks like there's two choices in their mind right now, and let's draw the open side right in front of the other one. Or try to chip the yellow away, but they're going to settle with the outturn draw. Really just going to put another rock in the very similar vicinity of the other red stone, just off the 4-foot. Maybe. They haven't really decided. Hardy's going to have a little chat with Evan about it.
Now, this one is, I forgive them for wanting to figure this out. This is pretty specific. You can put this rock in a really bad spot if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So it is really specific where you want to put it. They're talking about giving up on this idea of lying 3 because they just can't quite find the perfect spot for it. And they are looking at, signaling with their broom the idea of getting rid of that yellow. The reason they don't like that shot and I don't like that shot is because you're losing your shooter. To chase that yellow, your shooter's going either somewhere bad or just gone completely.
Yeah.
And then, you're giving Abe with 4 rocks remaining in the end, another crack at that corner guard tap freeze. So
yeah,
I get their predicament.
So what's your first choice here?
Oh, geez. I don't know, Jim. 1 up in the third? I'd consider peeling the corner guard.
Yeah.
Is that boring?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but you know what? It's not a terrible thought. If you peel the corner guard, you've got 2 in there. It's going to be hard to end up in trouble. And the question becomes here: are you really in a position to think about a possible steal? And I would argue that you really aren't. You know, so
Oh, for sure not. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe
I see a force with no guards there. So you peel the corner.
Yeah.
They either hit or try to like freeze or something. And as long as you can keep replacing a yellow with a red for 4 more stones, you're lying 2 the whole way and you got your force.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one they're never gonna be happy with their decision. There's gonna be risk.
Yeah.
No matter what. So you mean, do they have a coach? Someone's got to come out here and tell them what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like they might be going to go with a kind of a guard type shot here. Don't know that I'm completely loving that. That's going to, they're trying to prevent play on the yellow on the red, but I don't know. I think you're going to see Abe just ignore it and go around at that point if you put a guard up there.
Yeah.
That might not be good. Might be okay, but...
So I think they've settled on kind of even with their other red, hey?
The red where? Oh,
But the one behind the guard. I guess we'll find out, Tim.
Oh, do you think so? I thought they settled on something that was about 2 feet short of the house.
Oh, okay.
And close to the center line, actually.
Oh, yeah. You can see Evan coming out into the guard zone.
Yeah.
Okay. See, let me just give a disclaimer. This is a better team than me. These are smarter curling minds than me. What I don't get about this isn't Abe just drawing around this guard now?
Well, that's exactly what I just said. Yeah, I said I think you're basically just going to make him draw around there, and if he makes any kind of shot at all, now all of a sudden you're in trouble. When a minute ago you were living the dream. It was almost impossible to be in very much trouble by either peeling the guard, or even if you didn't want to do that, go ahead and draw the open side, give him the double over there or something.
Sure.
But you know, you're not really in much danger, and I think you've given him an opportunity to put you under pressure here. So
I think the other disadvantage is this guard is now guarding like just the edge of the 4-foot, right? And so this draw will now be shot rock, whereas before, to draw around that pile, maybe red still would have been shot on the side of the 8-foot there.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Here's the advantage, though, that I'm seeing is they are still shot 2. So Abe's got 4 stones left, and, you know, technically the force is still on.
Yeah.
Van Amsterdam doesn't have to worry about getting rid of the yellow stone because they are pretty confident that there will always be a red shot over it. So you've eliminated it without eliminating it. So I get where they're coming from.
Well, the line is pretty good on this. And if he gets a fight on the 4-foot...
Perfect spot, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's right where you drop it if you could.
Yeah.
Perhaps just a shade deep, but no, it's really...
Yeah, maybe a little tiny bit. Yeah, well, it depends if you really wanted to be shot or not, right? If you wanted to be shot, he could be only probably an inch or 2 inches shorter, and he wouldn't, you know, and beyond that, he wouldn't be shot rock. But again, same thing. Now they're trying to play the freeze to it, which is fine, but Abe is going to be sitting 1 when you're done. I just think you played yourself into a possible 2 that you didn't have to. So anyway, it's hard when you have a couple rocks in the house because you do feel like you're in it. You have a big advantage, and they did, but it really wasn't a real steal opportunity at that point. So nice shot here, though.
Definitely an interesting end. Like, you don't see this every day kind of end.
That's a good shot.
Oh, is it ever? I hear I'm trying to get tight in there, Jim.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, wow. I didn't see them getting shot rock on that, so very nicely done.
2 nearly perfect shots in a row.
Yeah. I don't know how he's going to do that exactly, but looking at playing the red on the yellow on the red, and
on the outside red?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's trying to hit this red the guard onto the yellow in the top of the 12-foot, and that go on to the outside red, hopefully on the inside of that, so it maybe bounces back towards the center. That's what I think he's doing. And I'm not too far off. It might be a little off. He might not be quite that precise, but
yeah. With no guard protecting them, though, is the thing. There'll be be able to get rid of at least one yellow.
Yeah.
At the end of this. But what option do you have, Jim? I mean, it's that intern draw is completely locked away. There's no opportunity there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't even go after the red. There's not going to be enough room to work there. So let's see what he does with this. This is Abe throwing, third stone. Working hard, trying to hold this fairly straight. He might going to curl too far. Going to make some contact. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, kind of drew it up. I think that's exactly what he was trying to do, to be honest. That looked like that was the only thing I could see, but just didn't bounce far enough. I don't know if it could have, but...
Yeah, now that we're on the other side of it, I kind of like it, Jim.
Yeah.
How do you smash those two yellows? That's what Amsterdam's thinking. Do they both go if you hammer the inside half of your red?
I don't know. I don't know if the back one goes or not. It looks like it'll touch it. It just may not move it very far.
It's a lot of momentum to transfer between three rocks, especially when you're trying to hit less than half of the initial one. So maybe spins, but maybe not out of the rings.
Yeah. Oh, I think it definitely it moves a little bit at least, just a matter of how far. And then if you're hitting half of that top red rock, then your shooter with enough weight to have that all work, your shooter's probably going out. So I don't know.
We're talking about a tap and roll, just a nose tap and an ever so slight roll on top of the yellows.
Yeah.
It's good on paper, but here's the thing: if you ever punch that red into the open, you're leaving a hit to lie 3.
Yeah.
This Van Amsterdam, that's what I'm telling you, Jim. They're fun to watch. They're afraid of nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say they have no fear. Yeah.
They're looking for the best results, and they're often going to throw that shot.
Yeah, sometimes the best way to be when you're still young enough that you get to say, okay, well, in a few years when I learn the errors of my ways, kind of stuff, then I'll turn it into figuring out how to really win. But right now, you're not afraid to throw the shots. That's plan A. A lot of people are afraid to throw the shots. So. Coming in, trying to tap the red just ever so slightly. And going to...
That's pretty much how they drew it up.
Yeah. So, oh no, you can
get good.
Yeah, you can get rid of the shot rock relatively easy, but it's gonna be, I don't know. I just don't know
This has been an excellent end to learn about angles and access points. Like, what an interesting end. The paths they've taken to this corner guard setup, and just that tap. Really, really fun and interesting.
Yeah.
So they're talking about hitting this as thin as possible, kind of making the thin double on the 2 reds in the 8-foot. I don't know.
I don't like that. I don't see how this shot can work out really good.
I'm having trouble figuring. Okay, that's ice for like hack weight. Okay.
So if you take this shot and say, okay, he makes it. Let's assume he makes his shot. Basically, that red one's gonna make contact with the yellow, probably enough that the back yellow goes. Well, definitely not gonna be shot, but it's not shot now, so probably might go too far to even be number 2 or something. He rolls in the open, and then
Jim, I'm seeing a shot where they're just separating those yellows. Like, they want to be second and third, maybe even fourth at the end of this. I think is the goal.
Now, if he could do that, then that would probably be okay. On it pretty early. Well, I don't know. It looks like it's curling a lot from here. And it is curling a lot, but might get.
Wow.
Well, you know what? This is the shot that I thought was there that they might play, but I don't know that it's real great either, to be honest.
I'm not sure if that's what. Yeah, that's a confusing one because if they were trying to get that, you'd think they'd sweep it to curl and get even thinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they did. I think when it sure looked like when he went down, then when they were talking about it, it looked like, no, we want to hit it here, which would have been about a third of a stone or something like that. You know, the problem here obviously is pretty obvious. That Van Amsterdam probably should sit 3 when he's finished his shot. Now you want to try to probably be a little careful where they end up, but either way, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you're talking about like the kind of 2/3 of the red,
yeah,
kind of roll. Yeah, right where they're signaling there.
Yeah. So the yellow should go. Both yellows should go far enough, and the shooter off of here rolls over to the other side and shouldn't leave a triple. I mean, it might leave a really difficult triple, but I don't think it should.
Yeah, really fun end. I'll be bookmarking this one. This is a excellent tactical study, this end. Lots of interesting decisions and angles and frozen scenarios.
There's not too much to decide on, I don't think, here, except for just understanding where the rocks are going to go at the end of the day. Because right now, Abe's sitting 1, and Van Amsterdam sitting 2 and probably 3. You know, but he's definitely going to want to move the yellow. So the only way to move the yellow really is to play your red onto the other yellow. So it's just a matter of how hard. He's not taking very much. He's going to throw a little harder than I thought he was going to throw it. But the one thing about this is at least the yellows will definitely go out of the circle. So you don't have to worry about them hanging around the back and costing you big time or something. So it's on its way. Van Amsterdam with a little bit of a slash double. It's just a 0 inches slash, but just trying to make a couple of yellow ones go away and should be fine. He's going to get those. They'll all go. Unfortunately, everything went further than I thought it would, but he's going to get away with it, I think. He's lucky the red didn't roll another. If that top red goes another couple inches, he's got a pretty easy double. It looks like
let's take a look. I kind of missed how that back red got out of there. Let's see that again.
Should be fine.
Late on the camera switch. Okay. The one he hit scooted much further, so a little too thin, I guess, Jim.
But he's going to get away. Yeah, probably a hair too thin. Yeah, he's lucky the red didn't know that you had to throw that hard, to be honest. I think you could have taken quite a bit of weight out of that and made sure that all of yours. I didn't see any of the reds going out, actually, myself. I figured they were all going to hang around. But
most definitely.
Might have a chance here if he can get the right amount of curl to make this double for 2.
Jeez,
it doesn't.
Why not run it?
Doesn't look easy from here.
I'm weirded out by this. That's a 5-foot run back. This seems like a way to give up a steal, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a draw. They're just drawing for 1. I get it.
Okay. All right, they fooled us.
That's a short run, though. I thought we'd see them take it on. No more than 6 feet.
Well, a good draw anyway. He does make the draw for 1. And we'll tie this one up after 3. So we'll go to the 4th end here at the Saville Grand Prix right after this break.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So back for end number 4, after a very interesting third end. Took a little while, but it was worthy of a lot of conversations in that end, so you don't mind that too much. And Abe did make a nice draw for 1 to tie things up at 2 here in the after 3 ends of play. So yeah, it was a lot of chatter in that one. Boy, there's a lot of tough decisions and some really nice shots made in that last end.
Yeah, one of the most interesting third ends I've ever seen. That felt more like an 8th end type situation, but
yeah,
both teams not willing to give any quarter. They both had their plan. They had something they wanted to achieve, and they were both going all in for that, and that's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oop. Ran our names, but they were incorrect. A lot of screw ups today.
Yeah.
Jason Ginter. We wish we had Jason on the stream.
Yeah, Jason's in the game. Yeah.
He's a good commentator himself. He did some Curling Alberta stuff last year.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah. Good. Very, very good. What I wanted to do was update the score. Yeah, I was pushing hard for that run back, Jim, but, that's to tie the game. That's pretty tempting as well.
Yeah.
I forgive them. I just want to see the magic happen,
Yeah. It's probably a little deeper than where Evan wanted that to be, but second stone Hiro Sato now for Abe. Going to play really just a freeze tap. And trying to get it to curl a little more. It didn't curl quite to where he wanted it to go, but
yeah,
it's a little heavy, I think, for that shot. So here's Jason Ginter.
Here, I gotta zoom in. Is that a Blue Jays hat? No, it's one of their sponsors, I bet.
Yeah. Trying to make this one curl as well. They'll get close to where they want to be. It's definitely a double here, though, for Abe. Double and roll probably is there.
Which I know we have a lot of international viewers. I think it's worth mentioning. The Toronto Blue Jays are the talk of the country right now. This is the curling community is struggling to even keep focus right now. That's
Yeah.
how much Blue Jays hype there is.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible. It's I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan, but I'm also one of those don't have a lot of confidence at times fans. I didn't really expect them to be able to get past the Yankees. I thought when they blew to Game 3, I thought that's it. They're done. They're just toast. And they aren't. They weren't.
I know, Jim. I was thinking the same thing, but you know what? It's not even enjoyable to be like that. We should be disciplining ourselves to not think like that.
Yeah.
I think we got to have faith. Very interesting and special kind of group, the Jays. It's always awesome when the role players are chipping in. Yeah, it's the same in curling as well. Getting some big shots out of the guys that aren't necessarily top ranked at their position. That brings the whole team up.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta have faith. Sounds like George Michaels from back in the day. There's a nice shot.
Yeah, great shot with hammer. That's to make the double and stick the shooter. That's a big boost. Kind of 2 shots in one sort of thing.
Yeah, so Abe will look to make a double back here and then try to figure out a way to get out of this without a deuce.
Yeah, this is a call that you basically have to throw mid-game. Obviously, in the 7th or 8th ends, we'd see something different. Maybe if the score was more lopsided, but you never feel happy about throwing these, but you just gotta.
Yeah. So out-turn double, a takeout attempt for Shinya Abe from Sapporo, Japan. Trying to make it curl.
Oh, wow.
Might get lucky.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Van Amsterdam's still in good shape, but regardless of that, Abe certainly was fortunate there.
Yeah, they were curl sweeping it the whole way just to get that.
Yeah.
So lucky. That's a miss. So got away with one there.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. So Jeremy Hardy now for Van Amsterdam will come around the center guard. This might be a little warm as well. Sweepers are not in any hurry to do anything with it. A little tap on the ice from Jason. This is going to be back there a ways. And Abe might have swept it enough that he doesn't get the double. He's always going to play a freeze here. Got to make this.
Yeah, I mean, I like the call though. Like, that's a mistake. It's kind of the one place you can leave that.
Yeah. So be trying to go right to the back ones here. This is not a time to get too fancy. You want to take those 2 rocks out of play or out of opportunity to score.
Yeah, the forgiveness here, unlike the last draw, is you can be a little heavy. A little tap on the red's okay.
Yep. Yeah, this is one of those, a lot of them are. This is one of those communications pretty important here too, so. This looks like he's going to be fine. He's got to curl more though. Got to curl a little more yet. I think he's okay, just barely though.
I think so. Now, the way you keep the big end alive here, which I don't think you should. Yeah, that's the call. Just make a good draw. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but nothing wrong with that either. Anyways, I'll finish my thought. The way you keep the big end alive is another tap, Jim, is unlock the yellow-red and kind of get a little bit of inside positioning. That's pretty greedy. That's pretty greedy, though, because you're still making your hay in the back of the house, which whenever you're doing that, your opponent is only one shot away from locking that all off. So, yeah, right on the top of that Tim's logo, biting top button, that's where you want to be.
Hardy's second shot, final shot here in the fourth end for Jeremy. This might be on the guard. And he's curling hard, and I don't think he's getting by. That's a little bit of disaster there.
Yeah, it's the third's curse, right? So you open the game with some weight. All your rocks are hitting other rocks, and then you got to throw 2 draws. Oh, crap, I threw one heavy. I better throw this next one lighter. Yeah. Oh, crap, I'm too light. So, you see it. This happens. Seconds and thirds especially, middle of the lineup. It's tough to go hot, cold like that. So, he'll be disappointed in himself, but, many such cases. I've seen it quite a few times.
Yeah, but that one could prove a little bit lethal here if these guys sink this one into the right spot.
Yeah, it's just to give credit to what you said, Jim. Yeah, it's a shot made for the opponent, especially with that overlap, Jim, Hank, because they can't run it back towards the center line.
Yeah, exactly. So Shimizu. He of the somewhat unique delivery.
Yeah, it really just fires his hips back down. I guess it's kind of got a little transition.
Yeah.
It's not the weirdest delivery I've ever seen, but it's a little weird.
Yeah. Front end going pretty hard on this. Definitely want to get by. You'd rather not be deep, though, if you can help it. And this is going to definitely be deep. Not too bad, but
yeah,
pretty good.
Just a shade.
Yeah. Tough task to get shot rock here for Van Amsterdam, though.
Well, this is one of those ones, Jim, where you just kind of like shake your head and go, how did this happen? Like this end was all Van Amsterdam. There was no danger whatsoever. No. In fact, just a few rocks ago, they were entertaining hitting and rolling the center guard and, having second and third shot, maybe even a fourth one in the rings. And now look at them. They're staring down the barrel of 2 shot stones for Abe and overlap centers. It's just kind of crazy how the last 3 or 4 shots have went.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at Abe himself. His first shot was that hit on the outside that turned in and making a double, but didn't. It was like you say, nothing really in any danger there. Even after he did that, there wasn't anything really in any danger to Van Amsterdam squad. But it's trouble here. This is a tough one to throw enough weight to move that and still stay covered. Question that comes, how hard do you try to make this, or do you just play the straight freeze to it and hope to have another whack at it? I don't know. And the rocks at the front, Rory, I can't tell, and they look like they're. I think you could hit the yellow one. I just don't know if you can hit the red one and make a run back. Maybe he's just going to try to just peel them both out of here.
That's a bad overlap. Oh, I had to guess where I was going there. There's their stuff. Let's take a look here, Jim. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's a little bit of daylight there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of daylight. I'd say that red-yellow run's there.
I think it is. I think, maybe not to stay, but to get it off the button, which would be, a big help. Get it off the button and out of play. They'll do it again. That's the only problem, but still. Well, let's see what he's trying to do here. We're not real sure yet if he's running that back or if he's just trying to make the double. Another little punch out. Kind of the normal delivery we see a lot these days, that sort of pop, but I don't know. He's going to get that one back. It's just close. Really close.
Oh, what a carve sweep by Jason.
That is a nice shot.
Oh, that's not Jason Gitcher, but the carve sweep from the right side.
Yeah.
You could see the moment they started laying into it. And that's why you throw runbacks with control weights sometimes. You can manipulate them with sweeping.
Yeah, that was a great shot. I didn't I really didn't have a lot of faith that he could make that and have it stay around. So now all of a sudden, Abe has to be a little careful here. He would like to score, but he'd rather give up one than give up two. So you got to be a little careful where this one goes. So basically a T-line draw with the sweepers making the difference here. A couple feet either way. Yeah, that actually rubbed that other guard, didn't it? It actually rubbed the yellow just ever so slightly.
Oh, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah. Pop back here on.
Lots of room here. This is very makeable. Just got to get it buried. Buried and shot. That's all that matters.
Yep. I expect this to be quite close. Wow, it's a touch heavy.
Buried, but not shot. Well, it's worth a look. Maybe we should take a closer look. It seems to be red all day, I would say.
I would agree. Yeah, he's looking at just a straight draw to the button. That rock, if that rock is just 2 feet shorter than that, it's not shot either, but it's also takes this draw, pretty near takes this draw away. But as it is, Evan Van Amsterdam with a chance for two. Has to pretty much get to the pin or pretty close to the pin to make this, but definitely an opportunity, and he has a little bit of backing.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, the backing, Jim, you'd have to pay it.
Yeah.
I think you're playing it pretty risky if you're using that backing.
Yeah, I know. I said it, and then I looked up, and I thought, oh, I don't know about that backing thing.
Okay, Evan looking to settle in. He's missed a few of his key shots. I expect him to make this one.
It is on the way. This could be a little bit warm. Not great at telling that from here, but it just does look a little bit warm. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, surprised the sweepers as well, Jim. They jumped on this. Maybe caught a bit of fresh pebble. I think he got it.
He definitely got it. Yeah, very nicely done.
Great sweep.
Just let them confirm, but that one for sure, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, there they go. So, yeah, very nice shot by Evan Van Amsterdam. Good management by the sweepers. He will pick up two, and he will take a 4-2 lead after 4 ends of play here at the 2025 Saville Grand Prix on Curling Stadium. We'll be back after the break.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister Juice, freshly made your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So halfway through this round 5 action between Abe and Van Amsterdam, it's kind of an interesting scenario because it probably must win for Van Amsterdam to qualify for the playoffs tomorrow. He's at 2-1. If he wins, he'll be 3-1 and probably make it through, since he will also probably finish first in this division by winning. So it's kind of a little bit odd, but quite possibly Abe might be able to afford the loss. If he drops down, he's 2-1. He could end up at 3-1 as well, but I assume that would go by who beat who to finish first, but I don't really know what the playoff format looks like, so we'll have to figure that out later, I guess.
I've had a lot of fun this game, Jim, watching the lead stones. They've largely ignored each other. One team going to the wing, one team going down the middle, so it's been really entertaining to see who's going to win that lead battle, and a little bit of mistakes from both. This is a really nice chase shot.
Yeah, they've had a few of those. It's as you say, it's been good. They have had some partial misses, but they haven't had many.
Okay, we're not replaying seconds rocks very often, Jim. We're replaying that one because a little bit of mistakes from both. This is perfect weight, perfect line, perfect sweep. This is a really nice chase shot. Sometimes in curling, in order for a shot to be effective, it needs to be executed perfectly, and that was one of them. That was the only place to put that rock where there wasn't a run triple.
Yeah. So Abe actually going at this kind of gently, looking to roll behind the corner. Going to be a little too thin, probably. Interesting call, though. Just I'm not going to worry about getting it out. I'm going to try to make this little hit and roll behind the corner. Set up a 2. So good call, aggressive call. Van Amsterdam now going to hit the one in the house. Still early enough in the game that you're not going to run out and automatically peel a corner guard off. So.
I think the principle is, as long as there's one in the rings to hit, let's hit that one first.
Yep.
Center guard's a different story, of course. Center guard's that much more dangerous. A corner guard, unless it's protecting something, it's not a threat.
This one's going to roll out.
See, here's the bad news about that trade, though. If Abe wanted to, they could now make a better draw behind that corner guard, and then Van Amsterdam's next shot's basically the exact same thing, but scarier.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. He doesn't look like he's considering the draw at all. Looks like he's going to play I think this is going to be a big weight peel shot.
I think this is a 5th end versus 6th end thing, Jim. That 6th end analytically so important. You want to save your gusto for that end. So as long as they keep things under control for the 5th, you don't want to lose a game in the 5th end. That's
right.
If you're going to put all your marbles in, I think it's in the 6th. So that's what this call means to me.
Yeah. So Sato, pretty good shot. He's trying to hit a little thinner, trying to make the triple basically at the end of the day, but could have also hit it right smack on the nose and left to frozen, just trade that around, and that would have been not bad as well. But this isn't terrible. Jeremy Harty. Where is this, Jeremy? Yeah, it is. Ginter working hard to get it to curl. It will curl enough. Just picked it out. It's probably the double coming back here. Trying to hit about a half a stone. We'd like to make the double and stick around, which probably is going to be the way it is anyways. Shinya Abe now with his first rock here in the 5th end. Abe with hammer. And as Rory mentioned, it looks like probably trying to end up with a blank here, if at all possible. Making this double would be a good start towards that. Trying to make it curl, though. He's got to hit it. You'll get it, and you'll get both, but rolled out, which would leave Amsterdam a chance to, should he decide to do that, and I would think he probably will, get behind that guard, even though it's a corner. Oh, he's going to peel a corner.
This is a great example of both teams signing on to the same thing. Everybody's okay with a blank here.
Yeah.
All 8 players on the ice.
This is where you should be able to say, in the effort of saving time, let's just call it a blank and move to the next end.
Oh, I'm so no joke, Jim. I 100% like in baseball, right? The manager flicks 4 fingers at the ump and we move on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I would just kick them down, boys. I would love that.
Yeah.
That's how you speed games. And the Grand Slam's all about how do we solve the blank? Well, this is how you solve the blank, man.
Yeah.
If we're at this point and everybody just sees it coming, just kick them down. Saves the knee a few slides as well. These weekends, it's once you get to Sunday, it's so rough. If you could just eliminate a few of these slides, I think everyone would be a fan of that.
Exactly. So we used to always talk about that sometimes after games, not, probably once a curling season or something, you're sitting around having a couple of refreshments after a game or something, and someone says, well, why don't we have a rule where we can negotiate the score? You get in trouble, you're like, okay, look, I'll give you 1 here, or I'll give you 2 here, or whatever it is, and then move on.
I think we're getting a little too ripe for corruption with that.
I know. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Especially now in the days of gambling and everything. Imagine how good that would go, yeah.
I'll trade you the first overall pick in our fantasy football league if you give me 2 this year.
Yeah. So Van Amsterdam will hit this now, and they'll just probably trade 4 takeouts, and Abe will hope that 4th rock thrower Shimizu rolls out on his last one. We did have a game yesterday, I can't remember which game it was, where they played the whole end like this, and then they stuck, the last skip shot stuck, hit it right on the nose.
So that does happen, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's why you play it, but what if the team without hammer flashes the hit? Oh, and then it's a draw for 2. So I don't think you're really sacrificing only one side of it. I think if you both agreed, we're both going for a blank, let's save 8 rocks here, I'd love to hear an argument against it.
Yeah. The only argument would be the team that doesn't have hammer agreeing that on the last shot you have to throw the last one. If nothing else,
sure.
The last one, yeah.
Yeah, fast forward to 8s.
Yeah.
8 stones for both of us. No, we'll see. We'll see how that goes at the Grand Slam. I predict a lot of boring singles. That's what happened last time they tried to limit blanks. The book is out.
Yeah, it will be interesting for sure. Shimizu with a little bit of a strange delivery there on this one. He's going to hold on. Got a little sideways there. Has a delivery like kicks so far underneath and then kind of comes back. So if the timing gets a little off, that's all you can do. You get away with a lot of things, but as long as you do it every time, and if the timing gets a little off is when it becomes a problem. So another hit for Van Amsterdam. And then it'll be an attempted hit and roll out for Abe. This is our future prediction program that we have going on here.
Kind of game within the game, though, here, Jim. Like learning paths, getting to throw different weights, like broadening your experience on the sheet in these blank ends becomes, you know, the little bit of positive you can get out of it.
Yeah. So Shimizu absolutely has to blank this now. He can't afford to hit this and stay and score one. That would be disaster. It looks okay. Sweeper's just cleaning a little bit. And very nicely done by Tetsuro. And we will have a blank end, and we will move to end number 6 with Abe with hammer, but trailing 4-2. Here in Edmonton at the Saville Community Sports Complex. We'll be back right after the break.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
Is the playoff format. I mean, I know it's 8-team single knockout, but we're back for end number 6. We were just discussing a little bit, trying to discuss how they determine the 8 qualifiers for tomorrow's championship Sunday, but we'll talk about that the next break. So Van Amsterdam now, still same position, no hammer. He will try to force Abe into a single here. In end number 6, Abe will desperately try to get 2 here in end number 6. Getting 1 here is just not good if you're Team Abe.
Yeah, it keeps the game alive, but you are certainly selling out for multi-score.
Yeah. Parker Khonshu throws up the guard. Not bad. Looks like another corner guard going up for Abe. Splitting the sides. Like to be about even with the other one. This one might be a little bit heavy. You don't want this to slide into the rings. You really don't want it to slide into the rings. And it will. That's not a good shot.
That is a killer. I've played lead myself, and when you screw up like that, the worst part is you have to wait the whole end to get to throw again. So you got to just sit with that for 10 full minutes at least. It's a bad feeling.
And very odd to do that after you make the first one basically perfect, which is probably, 8-10 feet in front of the house, and now you basically throw it 20 feet heavier almost or something in that neighborhood anyways.
Yeah, lead's a tricky one. It's so simple, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's a certain kind of personality type that excels at lead. People who are very good in repetition, usually pretty organized people. Leads are often quite organized. It's the most specialty position on the sheet, no doubt.
I know when I turned, let's tell you how old I am. When I turned 50 several years ago, I did play lead. I never played lead in my life, I don't think, but I did play lead competitively for a year. And then the second year, they actually moved me up to second. I don't know if it was because I couldn't draw or because I hit better than the other guy, but it doesn't matter. I got to tell you, I found that, that eighth end sort of thing when you had to throw a guard up, and that you got a lot of room to throw a guard. I mean, you got a lot of feet compared to when you're skipping. You're trying to draw the 4-foot sometimes. I found that just as hard or harder than just a draw to the 4-foot. I don't know why. I don't know percentage-wise how I did. I might have made it more than I made the draw to the 4-foot, but man, it was way more stressful.
There's a little bit of evidence to back that up, Jim. When you're throwing rocks slower, if they bite on any kind of junk in the ice or fudge or like when it's a slower speed coming out of your hand, they're more susceptible to, variations in the ice and such. So sometimes it is on certain ice conditions. It literally is harder to throw in the guard zone than it is T-line. Because at least when you're throwing to the rings, you're given enough momentum and rotation to blast through some of that.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, that's what I told myself when I would put my guards in the rings anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a excellent idea. I feel more like a trendsetter now than I do just a lousy lead. Anyway.
So Abe throws up the guard anyway, even though they gave up the hit and stick before. And even now, up 2 in the 6th. Yeah, Van Amsterdam, even though they're able to peel, they're looking at any other shot. So we saw this earlier in the game, Jim, didn't we? I see our watching now numbers have spiked quite a bit. I bet there was a different game that ended. So welcome to all our new viewers. We've had a very interesting tactical game. And watching Team Amsterdam's style, we're about to see it again. They don't concern themselves with corner guards unless they're protecting something. So
yeah, it's interesting here because I don't know if I like the straight guard here. I just feel like it's you've got one rock in 4-foot, but I think Abe's going to ignore this and go around the corner, and he's only one shot away from being able to dig that. Anyway, we'll see. He may not. He may corner freeze the one in the house, or run the guards. And how many rocks left? Well, we still got 5. Maybe it's not so bad to just run something up there.
This is what I've noticed, though, Jim, and especially men's curling, is the new up 2 or more strategy.
Yep.
Does not involve peeling the moment you're able to.
No.
It's waiting until there's threats and addressing the threats as they come. And until then, keep attacking where you're trying to attack. So this seems like the new normal.
Okay.
I find that fun as well, like just little rule tweaks and no tick and 5 rock, and these little tweaks have given the game of curling so much new life. Like the old philosophies of even just a decade ago or more are no longer. Like we are treated to some new full thinking and trading and back and forth play.
Yeah.
Really fun. Curling's in a great spot right now, in my opinion.
Very, very nice shot there by Team Abe. Just go right around, sit on that one. Yeah, I get what you're saying for sure, Rory, and it's been interesting because I have over the years kind of thought like, man, teams, they go along and they play, and they've only given up 2 points in 4 ends and or 5 ends, I guess, really, and now all of a sudden you're going to go all defense, and you never really got in much trouble when you played offense, so why not just stay with that? It's kind of like, well, I don't know, like the prevent defense on football when you go up 97 yards or something instead of just staying with what got you there. But anyway.
Sure. Yeah. I think that's sort of the inspiration to this style of play, is exactly what you're describing, Jim.
Took a little while for that one to bend. Yeah, I don't know if that's good. Certainly have an opportunity to get shot rock here by playing this one.
Could even be a hit and roll around the corner, but I think we're a little too late to use those corner guards, and that also speaks to the strategy, is get their focus down the middle to the point where they don't have enough time left to use their corners.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example. You got 2 corners out there now that with only a few rocks to come, haven't even been close to being used yet. So sometimes a lot of wasted shots out there. But anyway, this is going to be interesting because I think that you could throw a hit at this and get shot rock, but where's the red one going to go that you're hitting? And you could throw a sort of the same thing, but play it with lighter weight, get a little more curl, and just bump the red one just barely through. You would have shot rock, and maybe your shooter helps protect the run again. Come through on the out turn to the same place you came on the in turn, but that looks difficult.
Yeah, Evan has recognized that this is going to take a while. He's decided to take a little break. He'll sit down on the back bench.
Yeah, and watch one of the other games. Oh, there he goes. He's back. So he's going to play it kind of delicately, and it might be that he's trying to do something like what you had mentioned, Rory, where he maybe plays this and makes the red, yellow, red, and rolls behind the corner. Might only be number 3, but he might be going to be giving some thought to that. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure exactly where this is going to go. I'm thinking he's going to kind of feather the top guard and make the double that way, or the whatever.
To me, this looks like a half rock hit and roll with like down control, maybe bump.
Yeah.
I think you're going to count 2 at the end of this. So if you get a nice sharp roll on your shooter, so about a third of a rock. Well, maybe they don't get rid of the red one. I think it might just be a rearrange kind of shot, Jim. The key is to put your shooter in a good spot. That's the magic of this shot. That's curling a lot right away.
They're not giving up on it though, so he's still in the hunt. Can he sneak it by? And he'll sneak it by there and get it by there. He just moved that almost out. Oh, I would have stayed on that just in case.
I doubt that was the play. I think that overcurled on them.
Yeah, I would think you're right. Because he came about as close to that guard as he could, and that was the best scenario he was going to get with the shot he played. So, and I don't think that's necessarily real good right now.
Angles are not excellent for red, however. Getting rid of these yellows might be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. Get rid of the one in the, well, can you get rid of the one in the touch in the 4-foot without it jamming on the red? Back by where Evan's standing. I don't know. This is that time when it would be nice to be able to have mics on guys, but sometimes you see the old broom taps all over the place. You're like, okay, well, he's looking at this, and you're like, what the hell's that? Like, man, he's tapping all kinds of weird places. Anyway, it would be nice to see, to be able to hear what they're saying sometimes. I don't know what they're playing here. Do you know?
No.
Yeah. Well,
if it's the out turn, it's this kind of bash back. Yeah. Jeremy really liked this one. He is a very, very accurate hit weight thrower, so I can see why he'd be all over this one. I expect him to make it.
Okay. So he is going to leave Abe probably going to leave Abe shot rock here, but one more yellow will be gone, so a little bit less risk. Out turn. It's really a nice release, just bang. Trying to make it curl, and it will get over, and it does.
Good enough.
Yeah.
One thing while we're on the topic of Jeremy Hardy, you know, I love him as a player. I complimented his hit weight. I said a lot of nice things about him today. Jeremy, bring back the flow. We missed the hair. It was so iconic. Why did it leave us?
Yeah.
We need the hair back, Jer. If Kayla's listening, put a word in his ear.
Yeah.
Let's get it going. No, I'm just being silly.
All right.
You know, pretty locked away here. Outturn draw to the forefoot. You know, it's there to lie too. Could you ever put it in a place where there's no run back double though?
Yeah. I don't know for sure how easy the outturn draw would be either. I think it's it looks like there's probably enough room, but it would be a little dicey when all that curl comes late from right about the top of where that guard is. I don't know. This is a pretty easy shot to get rid of your yellow right now, though, so you may need to think about jiggling that around a little bit. Trying to get to there. Maybe. Problem is, you can't really bump it very far because the angle's not going to be good for you. You bump it 4 feet, it's going to be wide open, so you really can only bump it probably a foot to 2 at the most. And 2's probably too many, but and sit right as close to the nose of the red you can so that Van Amsterdam can't run that one in. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I think you're drawing somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Because I mean, you only have to be full 8 foot, right? So you only have to really be full 8 foot to be sitting 2. So you could go in-turn draw even down to the left side. But anyways, it looks like he's going to come right around.
Yeah, is that enough ice? Like, what if they're playing to the top one to tap it with T-line weight?
They might be. They were certainly having a hard look at that. That was kind of the shot they seemed to be discussing the most. And that's probably, well, it's not enough ice for the draw, no question. So he's got to be playing that.
Another fun end, Jim. You know, they've been giving us some good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, if he could just chip this a little bit, move it over a little bit, the yellow back a little bit, the shooter maybe rolls over and has half the 8 foot in his number 2, so. Oh, I don't know. Looks like it's going early.
Yeah, he's missed a couple light.
Yeah. Better hope he gets a little
really
bit of
light.
Rub. The only good thing is, whoa, don't sweep that.
Yeah, not super helpful. This is going to be Van Amsterdam lying a million pretty quick.
Yeah, not helpful, and not very well managed shot, really, Rory. I mean, somewhere in there, the sweepers have to let him know it's that crazy light. Then the guy in the house needs to say, well, we can get a little rub off that high guard, and we'll at least guard ours. And right down to the point when after it hit, like, why are you sweeping that? Like, you don't want that to be any more open than it has to be. So, just didn't do very much right on that shot, in my opinion. That's a little critical, but that's the way it is.
That's a good coach. That's a good coach's take, Jim. Because sometimes as a player, you get really caught up in doing your job, and just thinking to yourself, "Well, I just got to gun this. I just got to sweep this as hard as I possibly can. That's the only thing I can do to help." But communication and recognition would have went a long way there for sure.
Yeah. So a chance to put them under real pressure here for Van Amsterdam. Get through that hole and leave his there, and it's going to be a mess for Team Abe here in a minute. Evan has a very nice delivery for a big dude. Like, he gets down into it pretty nicely. And
yeah, for sure. It's not your classic big man delivery.
Ooh,
they knew that would jam. No problem there.
The only thing here is I think he has possibly left Abe a shot like the double on the reds, maybe, and where will he go with the shooter, though?
I think you got to throw a lot of weight if you want to double those reds and roll your shooter somewhere where they can't hit it. Yeah, the overlap's not ideal. If they could have ever lined those reds up to gun back at the 4-foot, that would have been perfect.
Yeah. So your out-turn draw here comes into play, and if you can get in there, you definitely are going to be very well protected. So let's see what Shimizu can do with his first here in the 6th. And he better do something good, because he's in a heap of trouble if he doesn't.
Yeah, it's already a success for Team Van Amsterdam. Worst you're doing is giving up 2 here.
Yeah.
You know, and even if, you know, Shimizu makes this draw, the 4th should be pretty automatic. You just follow him wherever he goes. Yeah. It's actually harder to put the first one than the second one in this situation.
Yeah, and you're right. Almost no matter where he is, if he comes down at top of it, if he goes too deep, it's not going to give him 2. And if he leaves it a little bit high above the tee line somewhere, and Evan just freezes to it, you might not have another spot to get in. So, but got to make this one first, or it's all for naught. So Shimizu, let's go. Sweepers are just kind of holding their own here a little bit. They need it to curl. Chances are it will.
Looks like it'll get through the hole. Yeah.
Tell you what, that's a heck of a shot, even if it does go a little bit deeper than he wanted to go.
And you know what? I wonder if this was intentional. That had a really slow handle, that rock. Yeah. And look at how buried that got. The way that Evan Van Amsterdam throws it, I don't think he can effectively follow that. Yeah. The fact he's in the back 4, though, all you got to do is kind of get to the top 4, and you got your force. You could probably even steal if you put it on the top of the button. But that's going to be a tough rock to follow. It's overburied by a rock and 3/4.
Yeah. The only thing he has going for him, if in fact the other was a soft handle, was a terminology quite often used, and you know, and if Evan does give it a little bit more than that, his rock will run that little bit straighter. At least might make getting through the port a little bit easier. Problem is, it may not get to the other rock that's there. So, yeah. Anyway, nice shot for Team Abe there. It certainly wasn't an easy one. He only got by that corner guard by probably an inch or 2. And then they had to go a little bit to get by the guard that's on the center line, or just about on the center line. So, well done. It's kind of... So Evan Van Amsterdam now. With the extra handle, as Roy mentioned. Now, will it break? Enough.
Yeah, I got to get a little bit of the movement here, or else there's a tap for 2. I think it stopped just in time, Jim.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just barely in time, and just curled. Basically, probably curls 2 inches less, and Abe has a realistic shot at tapping it out and getting 2, but going to be really difficult now. He managed to get enough curl. Good job by the sweepers there, because I think if they go at all on that, then it's not ever going to curl enough.
Yeah, it takes a bit of discipline to completely leave a rock alone, so I like your point. Yep, good view.
I don't think there's any shot but the draw here for Abe, and you know, you throw it to the tee line and hope everything kind of goes right. You might be able to still get across the face a little to tap for 2, but there's really nothing else anywhere. So you just made the shot, so you know you certainly can make it for 1. And as much as you might not want 1, you don't want them getting 1 either. So
no, score 1 here keeps the game alive. It's absolutely necessary. Got to get a point here. The almighty analytical 6th end.
Yeah.
Whoever scores and however many they score very greatly impacts the percentage chance of you winning the game, according to the World Curling Tour results over the last few years. This is public information, by the way, curlingzone.com analytics page. You can view it yourself, what the percentage chances of a men's or women's team of winning the game is with scores and rocks and ends remaining.
And not a good result here. I don't even know what happened to that, but just not a very good throw. And Team Amsterdam will steal one here in end number 6, and they will take a 5-2 lead going to the 7th end here at the Saville Grand Prix on Curling Stadium. We'll be back after this.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
So back for the 7th end here at the Saville Center. Jim Nix with Rory McCusker on the call for this one. It's been a good game, Rory. There's been lots to watch. It's been fun to watch. That's for sure.
Totally. Yep. It's been Abe chasing for most of it, and Van Amsterdam not playing your typical conservative, I'm up a few points kind of game. They've been attacking the spots they want to attack, and thus has made a very fun tactical battle to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So absolutely crucial for Abe here to score a minimum of 2. 3s are hard to come by most of the time. The game we had last night, 3s were like wild kind of cards almost. We had about 4 of them in the game, but most of the time 3s are tough. But you absolutely have to get a couple here to have a realistic shot going home in the 8th end. You will see the odd game where somebody steals 2 in the 8th end, but they're very, very, very rare, and they're even rarer when you get up. As you get into higher levels of competition, they get rarer and rarer and rarer, even though those people have the ability to generate 3s and steal 2s, but it just doesn't happen. So Jason Ginter now. It will be interesting to see what Van Amsterdam does in this end. I expect to see a little more defense pulled out once they get to the point that they can, which will be the next rock for him. But nice job here by the front end. They've stacked those rocks up just identical to the last end, really.
We've gotten a few of these, Jim, where just the first 4 or 5 shots at the end are made perfectly, and they've got nothing to do with each other. So
yeah,
we're left with a kind of display.
Yeah.
what everyone's done so far.
Yeah, really, you've got 5 perfect shots there. So, yeah, good job. And it's interesting because, we always talk about front ends and everything. And I find that the front ends are kind of like the good umpire or the good referee or something. You just don't notice them if they're playing well. If they're playing well, you don't notice them. If they're not playing well, then you notice them all the time. Like they're just constantly a problem. So if you finish a game and you're worn out from trying to think of what to do in the game, probably because the front end didn't have their best day. So
100%. It's a great point.
This is going to be very good if you can get it over a little bit further. Wow, very nice effort.
It's a really challenging ask. He made that like 90% as good as he could have, but there's still more than half a rock showing. So it's
exactly, yeah.
The ideal circumstance was really, really hard to get from that one.
You can see this team has worked on that shot because that's the second time they've called that kind of shot in a couple of ends, and it's not a shot you see that often. A lot of teams just don't play that shot where they kind of go after that middle chip and roll behind the corner. But Van Amsterdam now having Jason Ginter going to get the guard. He was going after the one in the house, and he will just barely slip by. Very precise shot there. Very nicely done. Wouldn't have been the end of the world if he hit the guard. It wouldn't. Certainly was that's the tolerance, I guess, is the word that I don't hear him too much anymore, but for a few years kind of wore me out. Would have been to hit the guard. I always had a hard time with tolerance because I felt like it was just a negative thought that people were going to have in their head when they threw, and I don't know, I don't get that one. So
yeah,
anyway.
I'm shooting this shot to make it or miss it this way.
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird counterproductive thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, keeps the 8-ender alive. Lots of yellow ones to work with for Team Abe, but there's going to be an awful lot of red ones in there.
Yeah, don't be fooled. The amount of red rocks in the rings is a benefit to Abe. None of those rocks are too threatening. I guess the one top the button, if left ignored, could be some trouble. But yeah, this is a good scenario for Abe for sure. Lots of places to hide.
Yeah, exactly. And it gets a little harder for them to remove your rocks because there's nowhere for them to go. So that's a great thing. So we are down to third stones already in this end, though. So Jeremy Harty. And the question here, do you peel a guard because that's what it says you should be doing? Or do you figure, well, there's too many darn guards, so I'm not going to be able to accomplish much, so why bother? But he is going to peel this guard. Can't get too, you can't get two in the sense that if he ever tried to get two, he might put a yellow in. He doesn't want to do that. So Hardy looking to just pick the single one off. Drive it to the left. Doesn't need to hit a ton of it. And he will roll away.
Yeah, and now it's let the games begin for Team Abe. You got 4 rocks. How are you going to hide them?
Looks like the first thought here is maybe a little tap back on this red. Leave yours where it could be very difficult to remove. Not a bad option. No matter what you're gonna do, you need to do it very, very well here. You can't just kind of make a bunch of half shots or it's not going to work. So a friendly reminder here to all of our viewers, if you are interested in continuing to watch curling from across the country on a regular basis here on Curling Stadium, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It's very helpful for all involved. And we got a pretty good crowd watching this one right now, so thank you all for joining us today. A reminder too that we do have one more draw today coming to you at, I got to do some conversion here. What time's it at? 7 o'clock Mountain Time. So last
Yeah,
draw before the playoffs. Yep. Sorry, Corey. Go ahead.
No, I loved your plug. Curling Stadium. This is a by curlers for curlers channel. You'll notice that you're watching all these games for free. It's not that we're making that much money on ads that we're actually turning that much of a profit. This is really just a lot of people who love the game, who have always imagined kind of streaming these bonspiels. Now we're able to do it. So when you like and subscribe to our channel, that bumps our ad revenue just ever so slightly. And I promise you, every penny of that goes into more cameras, more rinks, more games to watch. So yeah, I mean, the way you can support us is liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing these streams, getting those numbers up. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Thanks for being here and thanks for supporting curling. Little bump back, Jim. Not going to do the trick, though. That's too easily removed, I would think.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where they were trying to bump that, but they basically bumped it to where they left a great big hole, so that's not going to help. Jeremy shouldn't have too much trouble getting this out. He might take one of his own with it, which is not a bad thing either. So he's going to go right through the hole. Got that one, which is fine. Actually, now these ones on this side are really not as helpful for Abe as they were, or where they might have been. Not a lot of good spots to put this for Abe, with only 3 rocks to come.
Yeah, that overlap is not great for Abe. That kind of locks away that corner guard side completely. It's a great place to roll.
Yeah. So you're going to have to play a draw around this one, or he could draw around the left-hand corner guard as we look at it here, but he'd have to be full at 4. He'd have to be full 4-foot. He can't be any worse than number 3. Probably can't be any worse than number 2. So he's going around on the intern side. See it on the overhead there. Certainly some room to work there, but not much, because he's got to really get it at, I don't know, probably minimum 2/3 buried, or Evan Van Amsterdam's just going to rip it out of there, and that might not be enough, but all you can do is put it there and hope. So, yeah.
Really only got 2 places to hide, Jim. That long corner, left-hand side that you're talking about, you might not even be 3rd or 4th shot.
Yeah.
Or behind this overlap. So it's their only tool. They got to use it.
Yeah. And the back end has not had the best draw weight here the last few ends, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. But that is a lot of rocks there, though. If he could ever get around this.
Oh, I think we just saw a burn, Jim.
Oh.
I wasn't very zoomed in, but I did get a replay. Let's see what happened there. I think it was a sweeper contact in the stone.
Best draw weight here.
It was the sweeper on the left-hand side.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Doing the Rasmus Rana plow. Oh, I think we just saw a burn, Jim.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the broom just doesn't move for you, and that's a problem. And so a real mess for Team Abe. So for Evan here, though, you think hard about this one, because you're definitely going to hold him to 1, but you might as well make his shot as tough as you can. He's going to try to put it.
Oh, my mistake with the rocks remaining there, Jim.
Oh, sorry. We still got 2 each.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a little button happy here.
It's all right.
This seems like a call like we don't even really know what to do, so let's just peel a guard.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if there's any benefit in peeling either guard, but I don't know if I'm going to peel this one, not to be complicated, but this one doesn't really, it just guards all those other rocks that he's not going to do anything with anyway. So anyway, maybe he just likes interns better. So I'm going to rip this one off, and then I assume Abe's going to play the exact same shot he just played. Oh, if he takes that out, it could change things. Yeah.
Yeah, same shot, and I don't even really know what that guard was doing for him anyways.
Well, I don't know that the guard was doing anything, no.
I like their first call to kind of tap top 8 on that.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to go. Yeah. But that's when I also thought that was his last shot, so. If he goes top 8 there and on that shot, then Abe definitely comes around him. So anyway, whatever. It didn't happen. So two rocks to come each. No, not each. 2 rocks for Abe's team. 1 for Van Amsterdam. The score is 5-2. Just ignore that 4-2 score on there. So Shimuzu. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that particular word. It doesn't look hard. It's coming around the corner. A series of not guards, but the rocks in the corner of the house. Line looks pretty good. If you can sneak this by and not be heavy.
Mismanaged again, Jim. That jumped on them.
Yeah.
It was either bad ice or something, because the sweepers, the third, no one really knew anything was wrong with that.
Yeah.
Until it hit the ring. So this is just a team that's kind of fighting it right now. You can see, right? They're trying to figure it out, but it's tough.
They will have one more game this evening. And Van Amsterdam's done either way for today, so he's at 2-1 right now. And I'm pretty sure that Abe's just at 2-0, so he will have another game this evening.
Just a reminder, the scoreboard has not updated. It is 5-2 for Van Amsterdam over Abe.
Perfect. And a nice hit by Evan. He hasn't, I'll tell you what, he hits very, very well. He hasn't any trouble with takeouts all day long, so not really expect him to at this level, but still. So he's going to play the hit here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's trying to roll behind the corner. I don't know that I see the point in hitting this. I think I'm at 5-2. I'm kind of thinking that if I were to freeze to that or go around that or something.
Well, last rock at the end here, Jim.
Oh, are we?
Final stone. He just does not trust his draw weight, and I don't blame him. It's been bad.
I don't blame him either now that I'm caught up.
With the new ways of sweeping and being able to carve rocks to curl as well, I think a hit and stick's probably easier than a draw to the 4-foot in most situations.
This one's got to hang on. Should be okay. Very nice. So Team Abe will pick up 1 here in the 7th end. We'll go to end number 8 with Van Amsterdam holding a 2-point lead and hammer. And we will be back right after this break. Ugh.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So back for potentially the final end here in the fifth draw of the Saville Grand Prix. We're in end number 8 in a scheduled 8-end game, and with Van Amsterdam having a 5-3 lead with Hammer playing this end, he certainly is in a very good position to secure a victory, but we play it for a reason, and you can get these rocks where you want them. You never know. Don't know why they didn't just make a little bit of effort to put that biting the center line so that they couldn't play this shot. I don't really know why. It's not an easy shot. The tick shot that we always used to play and doesn't get played as much anymore, so it isn't always made, but you might as well not let them play it. Anyway, team is obviously kind of shut down in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of a why not sort of thing.
Yeah. So Parker Conchu. Looking to just tick this, and he's going to maybe make contact. No. Well, yeah, that's forgettable with the back one being not in, so they have to put all this stuff back.
But, I mean, whatever. You didn't really want to put that rock in play anyway, so may as well try to get something good out of it.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no reason not to play it. I agree. And you have hammers, so you don't really care if they roll. You get both of them on the corner somewhere.
Yeah, just another disclaimer. That scoreboard is wrong. It is 5/3, hammer to the Reds.
So, got a little something going here for Team Abe. Coming right around everything here. Trying to make a curl, and needs to curl at least a little bit more. And it will get over there pretty good. So, a good shot. Going to lead itself to a peel here, I'm sure, for Van Amsterdam.
Yeah, pretty risk-free double peel. There is like a bad jam, but at least one of the yellow guards goes. Some of the ones that you want to avoid throwing a double peel on are ones where you can see a situation where everything stays. That's not the case here, so they'll take it on.
Yeah, and it looks like if it ever jammed, probably everything's going to be wide open in front anyway, I think. Roy, it looks to me like it would be anyways. But let's see what he does. Parker gave it a little extra. Jason, I guess, gave it a little extra there, trying to make the double peel. He won't get the back one.
So close.
Really close. I don't think you want to go in here yet, do you?
Down 2. You're praying for a flash, basically, or a jam.
Yeah, but if I think I would be going higher guard, and he's going to peel it, but he is going up there, I guess, maybe. Okay. It didn't look like he tapped by in front of the rock. I think you got to go out here a bunch of times, and then you're already sitting one. And even if it comes down to your last one, you kind of come around all of that again, and hope. Cross your fingers and toes and whatever else you can cross, and hope.
Hey, Van Amsterdam. If they keep trading guard peel, he'll be looking at 2 on his last one. So mission accomplished there for Abe. So it's actually Van Amsterdam's team that needs to make a good shot.
Yeah. So Jason Ginter again with the run back. Double peel. He hopes to get a double peel. He's going to be real close on this one.
Oh, that was the stuff that we were talking about, Jim.
Yeah.
And it actually turned out quite bad. Now that guard is yellow.
Yeah.
And now there's a yellow rock in the ring. So not amazing.
So Abe looking to play. I don't know. They're really not giving us much indication, so it's hard to know for sure what they're doing here. I think this is still going to be a guard. Has to be, I think. Can't imagine coming around that single guard right now. And
I think that's ice to guard the stone in the rings.
Yeah. So Shinya Abe now with his first here in the 8th end. Looking just to play a straight guard. Want to be fairly high just to try to make any more double peels as tough as he can. It's a good shot. So Evan looking for the double peel again. Could get everything here if they can throw it hard enough and hit it right, but
here's the thing though, Jim. Isn't that centerline rock the more dangerous rock?
Oh, I think so, yeah, for sure. The top one is so far out.
So if you don't move both of them, like this is a great trade for Abe. Like he's looking better than he was 2 shots ago.
Yeah.
Curl sweep right away. Just one.
Yeah.
This is progressively getting worse and worse for Team Van Amsterdam.
So Team Abe trying to figure out what to do here, and it's because they need 2. It's just he just can't keep guard all the time because this rock is pretty open. But the only other thing he could do would be to throw a second shot in, maybe behind the corner, maybe behind the center, and hope somewhere to get a miss. But it'd be difficult. He really does need a streak of good fortune for 10 minutes here. But looks like he's playing a little split on this yellow, playing a back 8 or something shot. Just kind of.
Yeah. I think he's trying to catch it just perfect to create that Christmas tree shape.
Yeah.
Man, is that exact, Jim? You gotta tap it exactly in the right spot.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But when you're down 2 without, I mean, desperate times, right?
Yeah. Sweepers on this one. Got to get it by. Obviously, that's plan A. And he will be by. And
disaster. So it's like for such a great throw, they missed by like 3 inches, and now it's game over if he makes this double.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say game over. I think I might be getting a little ahead of myself there. But I think the point is made. It's you went from really challenging shot where the reward was very marginal and the risk was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, down 2 without. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So Jeremy Harder will be throwing this one pretty hard. Needs to get by the guard by not too much, and then make the double. Make the double. If he stays there, then Abe will try to use that somehow or other, and force Van Amsterdam to throw his last shot. Jeremy Hardy lets this one go, jumping on it really early. Could be a little bit tight, really close.
Wow. Wow.
And all of a sudden,
yeah. And it just keeps getting worse and worse for Team Amsterdam.
Evan Van Amsterdam shots just gotten a little harder, a little more risk involved.
This is exactly what you hope you're not seeing. When you start this end 2 up with, you're like, well, hopefully my guys can save me from having to throw anything tough. And then, boom, here you are.
Yeah. So Abe going to try to throw a really, really tight guard on the rock in the 4 foot, or just biting the 4 foot on the right-hand side as we were looking at it there. You see it here. So just barely bite the 12 foot. Even if it doesn't bite the 12 foot, it's probably okay. But this stage in the game, he's probably going to try to bite that, even though it might seem a little tight. He was just cleaning, really, so that might indicate he's a little bit on the warm side. Let's see here if he digs in. It's okay. It's going to overcurl again a little bit.
Yeah, it's
yeah, not good.
I think it did the trick, though. They're not going to take that on, are they? Wow. I guess here's the thing. You can't protect them both.
Yeah.
You can't guard them both.
No.
So even if you Rex a guard here, you know, like, you're gonna have an open hit.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
Yeah. And the only thing I guess about it at all is that it'll be an open hit against 3, so you will have to probably stay. And he can make it, you know, this is all based on him hitting the guard here, but he could make the open hit a little bit difficult, just because the rocks are reasonably close to being in the center. So
that's curling right out of his hand. Looks really good.
Yeah, it does look really good, yeah.
That'll end the game.
So a nice shot by Evan Van Amsterdam there. The Abe squad certainly gave him an opportunity, but he took advantage of it. And a very deserving win for Team Van Amsterdam. Overall, definitely the better team in this one. They will move to 3-1 and have themselves on the cusp of the playoffs, although I don't know for sure because Abe plays Gosgans this evening, and if Abe wins that, 3 teams would probably be at 3-1, and I don't know, somebody else will have to figure out who is going to get in. So anyway, that concludes our game. So on behalf of myself, Roy McCusker, and Curling Stadium Productions, we would like to thank you for watching this one. There is one more draw today as well at 7 o'clock this evening, Mountain Time. So if you're able, be sure to tune in. That'll be the last game before the playoff round. Determines everything. So thanks very much once again. See you next time.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.